Hello everyone. I am missing you all a lot. I know I keep saying that every video, but it's true. We are going to start a new unit for health. I know we wanted to do phys ed, but I can't do phys ed with you guys not with me. So we're going to talk about mental health instead. A lot of you requested this at the beginning of the year. I'm glad that we can work on some mental health education. So we did do a little bit of mental health earlier in the year. Some of those things included talking about sleep, goal setting, being mindful, and I want to talk a little bit about those things and review those things because we're going to kind of review them the next couple days so that we can dive deeper into our mental health unit. So one of the first things we read about in our book was, do you have sleep smarts? And I know this is backwards. I'm going to read you guys a couple of the facts because everybody loves these, and we know sleep can impact not only our mental health, but our physical health, our social health, our education, everything. So remember some of those things. If you're not getting those 9 hours of sleep, it's going to affect your growth. We read about that gentleman that didn't sleep for so many hours and he started having hallucinations. He couldn't remember very much. What was it? A rocking chair marathon. He had slurred speech, blurred vision. He lost time in his memory, so he couldn't remember things. A complete time lapse. So I just wanted to re-emphasize the importance of getting sleep. We're all still growing. Remember, Miss Boyle isn't growing up anymore. She's growing out. So I still need that sleep so I can continue to grow just like you guys. Hopefully everyone's still growing up and not out. So just a reminder of how important sleep is. One of the next things we did when we were talking about our mental health, we're setting goals, and this is even on our Unit 1 quiz. Well, it's a big test, I guess, on our test, and not a lot of you remembered this, but we spent a whole class time talking about SMART goals, SMART, and the S stands for specific, the M stands for measurable, the A stands for attainable, the R stands for relevant, and the T stands for timely. So if we want a goal to be specific, that the goal needs to apply to us, and it can't just be, oh, I want to be able to run a marathon. It has to be more specific than that. I want to run a 50-mile marathon. Miss Boyle doesn't want to do that. I don't think you guys want to run a 50-mile marathon, but that's being more specific. Not just a marathon, but a specific 50-mile marathon. Next, we want to have a measurable goal. How are we going to measure that? Is it once it's completed, or are we just going to say, oh yeah, we're going to do it, and we're not going to have any accountability for that marathon that we're trying to run? Attainable. If we don't like to run at all, is it really attainable for us to run 50 miles? Probably not. So we need to make sure our goal is attainable. By that, I mean we're going to be able to achieve it. A good goal some of you guys made at the beginning of the year were to get all A's in your class. And I asked you, well, what did you need to do to get all A's? And you told me you needed to work hard. You needed to do your homework. You had to really focus. So we need to make sure the goals are attainable. That's a totally attainable goal. You can achieve that, but you had to go through those little steps to get there. Relevant to you. If you're Miss Boyle, I'm not going to say by the end of the year I'm going to master the 5th grade, because that's not really relevant to me. I already went through the 5th grade. I might say that I want to be able to eat a whole bag of Takis by the end of the year because they're too hot for me. Each day I might eat a Taki just because that's something you guys are into and I want to be cooler, so it's relevant to relate to you guys. I don't know, guys. Lastly, timely. We wanted to make sure that our goals started at a certain time and ended at a certain time. We didn't want to make a goal past the end of the year because I didn't want you to put your goal as becoming a doctor when I wouldn't be there to see if you did become a doctor, which some of you probably will. So that's just a little review on our goal setting and our sleep. The last thing we did in class was we talked about being mindful. I think most of you can remember this lesson. I had you all lay on the floor, and I walked you through a mind gym. So in the next couple days, I'm going to put a video up walking you through a mind gym, and just ask that maybe you listen to it, and there will be a little reflection time. But if you remember the mind gym, I had you think or visualize a happy place or a place that you felt comfortable and safe. A lot of people said they were on the beach, and I walked you through your 5 senses while you were there. Smelling things, what you were seeing, what you were feeling, what you could taste, the breeze, the sunlight. I walked you through a lot of different things trying to get you into this mind gym. All of these things can help alleviate stress. That's something that we're going to get into, stress management, in the next couple lessons after we finish reviewing everything. And I'm actually really excited about this because I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about your mental health. And then hopefully after our mental health, we'll get into a bit of bullying and also how our mental health can affect us in the classroom, and it can affect others. I say all the time in class that the things you guys say or do create a reaction for others, and even for myself. If someone is misbehaving in class, your classmates might get upset, and Miss Boyle might get upset. So we're going to dive a little deeper into talking about our mental health as well as our social, emotional, and physical health, and kind of how they all relate, and give you some nice tips and things to do to help us better our mental and emotional health. All right, once again, miss you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Flank is Dope shirt. I know how much everybody loves it. Talk to you guys later.